Excuse me. Oh, and we're live. Good morning, or evening, or afternoon, or wherever it is in your part of the world. It's Sam and Raoul. Here we are. It is the Martin Fowler Scrum. Yeah, so I was off yesterday for my kids' sports day. Already busy morning so far. Key issues for me is that the homework one and the quiz one kind of accidentally went live on Monday for on Tuesday for the MOOC when they shouldn't have done. They're not supposed to be released, to go live till today and then be officially released till tomorrow. So that's a bit of a slip. I mean, not the end of the world. So a few people have started doing them. I think we're resolving the issues. I think the main things for me is I think we need to redo the intro video pairing on kind of homework one, and that needs to get transcribed. Although, yeah, that's sort of doable. More, I really need to review the quiz one and the homework one instructions today, and that'll basically be my focus today, really. Yeah, that's about the size of it for me. How about you, Raoul?
Yesterday I started looking at test coverage.
Oh yeah.
I managed to get them merged, but it doesn't improve the coverage, it decreases it.
Oh really? That's interesting.
What I found is that some of the files that are covered by RSpec, when I merge the result with Cucumber, they're not covered anymore. It gives a test coverage of 0%. So I'm trying to figure out why is it the case, because essentially what we want is if something is covered by RSpec and we merge the coverage with Cucumber, it should in principle be considered covered by one of the framework, but it's not the case. I read that there was a bug in the Simple Cove gem when it comes to merging those two. So I'm kind of like investigating on that and seeing if maybe there's still the
issue. I mean that what that sounds like is that the merge is then sort of just taking the Cucumber and it's ignoring the RSpec.
Exactly.
Because you'd expect. I mean. You might look at the local support configuration because we seem to have, I think we might have it set up to be merged there, although I don't know exactly where to point you, but anyway, certainly, that's there as a resource. Interesting.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also, there's a separate question of like, is that good or bad practice, to do that, merging of the coverage. I don't know. I guess with all of the different guidelines and rules that we have about the all these things, I guess the important thing is rather than trying to be too religious about saying, "Oh, we must do it this way or we must do it that way," is do it away, see how it works, and then reflect if that seems to be helping or not.
I mean, the benefit of this is that in some cases we don't have tests for. Unit test, and then we have some functionalities that are covered by Cucumber.
Yes.
One example of that is, for instance, your charge, the charge method that you implemented. With RSpec, it shows that it's not covered, but then when I do the merge, it's not considering that part covered.
Right.
So it's just I don't know why those specific files are marked as not covered when you can clearly see that RSpec is covering them. So
so there's probably some sort of bug somewhere in the layer. Yes, and I guess that to bring it back, the philosophy is that we're moving away from a situation where code in controllers is covered directly, and that we would be covering them like only becomes covered once, but by unit tests once it's pulled into services. In order to avoid the unit tests being locked to a particular, implementation of Rails, in order to try and force us to extract our business logic. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Other than that, I've been doing stuff for Craft Academy, and late in the evening, I was going through the videos on the MOOC.
Oh yeah.
I've decided to do a refresh of the course.
Oh, cool.
So
week one, did you?
Yeah, I started on week one. just going through the videos again, and it allows me as well to, if ever I encounter problems, just to report or fix them myself.
That's absolutely super. Thank you so much, Raoul. That's really, really helpful.
Yeah. So I'll be doing a bit of that as well in the meantime.
Sure, sure. Great stuff. Yes, it's a sort of a trivial win, but I don't know if you noticed in the week one videos, we've now actually got them split all in the right place. And it's just taken so long, and it's like it's back up to the level that it was 3 years ago when we had the original videos all split like that. But it's at least nice. I feel slightly less embarrassed about that part of the course now. So.
Yeah, that's good there.
Good stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Okay. And I guess just I hadn't looked at the website things. The Nick's thing is now. I mean, he's doing every time he's now got like a huge number of new commits. Well, anyway, lots of additional commits. Actually,
but he managed to get it passing.
He has managed to get it passing. Right, and he's checked in. I don't know if this is a new.
That's a new
sign up premium membership
file.
Yeah, or if it's actually just a copy of the previous one.
So what I did is that I told him to restore that file.
Yeah.
I don't know if after restoring it, it sort of like modified the file for his local configuration.
Yeah. Let's just have a look. I mean, I think what I will have to do is have a word with him about. I would say, don't pull this in any hurry. I mean, I think.
So what I would actually suggest he does is from his thing, he creates a new branch where he cherry picks, a specific fix that he was doing, like the refactoring he was doing, and into this branch.
Yes.
And I also pointed to him yesterday that he's working from his developed branch, and that's not good, because now in this case, for instance, when we don't merge this, he ends up with a messed up developed branch.
Absolutely.
So I pointed him to the contribution file to try and sort that out.
And you're doing that, is that in like one-to-one chat with him directly?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
essentially.
And I guess to the extent that you're happy doing that, that's okay. I would probably say, that's the kind of thing that we would, for somebody who's a premium user, we'd say, yes, absolutely. You can, we can reach out to give you one-to-one support. However, when it's somebody,
it's best if I do it in the channel,
in the group channel, I think because what the kind of the idea is as you probably know, as I'm sure you understand, is that then other people, like for example Nitish, who's in that, he gets the benefit from the tips that you're giving to Nick and so on, and also increases the transparency. I mean, I think this is in some ways is the deep irony of what we're doing, is that so many people, I think they're so much more comfortable with the
having one-on-one
communication. That's right. The difficulty then is that puts so much more load on the project managers. I mean, it's great for the individuals who want to get that and they want to, but then they can feel, I think what I've understood is they can feel so much freer to ask any sort of question because they're not having to think, oh, will I come across as stupid?
A lot of people are watching, exactly.
Right. So I think absolutely people prefer that. But I think what we have to do is, to the extent that puts more load on us, we need to say that that's a privilege that people get if they're paying for the higher level services. So
I understand.
Yeah. Interesting.
Makes sense.
Good stuff. And I'll respond to Nick. I'm chatting with Nitish on he's just got some documentation things, so we'll do that. Great. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you're busy. I should get on as well. Good to touch base with you. I'll catch up with you later in the day. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Bye for now. Take care. Cheers.
Bye.